The just-signed framework agreement paves the way for a genuine and lasting peace in Mindanao. But the road towards achieving such goal remains rough. Many roadblocks have yet to be hurdled. While many favor such peace plan, others disagree. Tonight, we'll get the views of Government Peace Panel member Senen Bacani on the historic accord. Good evening, sir, and welcome to NewsLife.
Good evening.
Okay, sir, just to start us off, how is the proposed Bangsamoro different from the present autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao?
Basically, there will be additional territory. There's some additional powers, and we still have to negotiate the wealth-sharing annex of this framework agreement.
Sir, now that the framework agreement has been signed, what happens now to the agreement between the Moro National Liberation Front now that the proposed Bangsamoro is finally created?
I think the pending items in the final peace agreement with the MNLF are exactly covered in the same framework agreement also. So there's a convergence of the important issues in both agreements.
So, sir, certainly there are those so-called spoilers who may oppose the framework agreement. What is the assurance that what is being done so that these spoilers will not stand in the way of the peace plan?
I think you heard the appeal of Alhaj Murad in terms of appealing to the brother Moros to really join hands in unity so that in the end there would be a just and lasting peace in Mindanao. Basically, we're talking about the same people, the same territory, and hopefully in the end there will be unity among all of the Bangsamoro.
So now that the framework agreement has been signed, will there be more consultations with other stakeholders, particularly residents of places to be covered by the Bangsamoro?
Definitely, because once the Transition Commission gets established by executive order, there will be a lot of extensive consultations of the Transition Commission with all of the affected parties. So that will happen for about a year or two in the drafting of the Bangsamoro Basic Law. Inclusively, in our case, we still have some outstanding annexes which we need to complete before the end of the year. We have the annex on wealth sharing, annex on power sharing, as well as the annex on normalization.
And sir, with regards to the disarmament of the armed MILF members, is there a time frame for this?
That will be part of the annex to normalization, including the timetable and events of what the final schedule will be.
Sir, and finally, sir, after the historic event of the signing today, what's next? What's the next step?
Yeah, as was mentioned before, the President will issue an executive order to be supported by congressional resolutions, after which the Transition Commission will be formed. It's a 15 men and women commission. I suspect there will be some committees in this Transition Commission. So there will be a lot of extensive consultations with all of the people involved, basically in terms of more details, because the framework agreement serves as a general guide, a direction in terms of what should be in the Bangsamoro Basic Law. But a lot of the details will have to be supplied after extensive consultations with the people involved.
So going back to the residents in the area of the ARMM, which will be greatly affected by this change, what kind of consultations and to what extent will the consultations be with these residents?
It would really be up to the Transition Commission, but we have been assured that these consultations will really be all-inclusive. Meaning all of the residents involved in the territory, possible territory of the new Bangsamoro.
And sir, just finally, sir, on a personal note, what was the atmosphere like today in Malacanang during this historic signing?
I think it was quite emotional for a lot of people. At the same time, people were very happy that finally we have this framework agreement, which hopefully will jumpstart the process of finally achieving a just and lasting peace in Mindanao.
Okay, on that note, sir, thank you very much for joining us tonight, and hopefully we'll get this process on the way towards peace. That was the Undersecretary Senen Bacani. Thank you, sir, for joining us tonight.
Okay, thank you very much. Good night.